Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dr. Oscar Baishimori, personal development and life coach that specializes in sharing information, philosophies, strategies, life skills, including wellness products that empower people to live above mediocrity in every area of their personal life, such that they can live a sustainable lifestyle. Today, I want to help you identify common places, about 4 common places where people lose their personal power. Yes, people lose their power. This information becomes very important. I'm seeing celebrities, politicians, leaders, church leaders, religious leaders losing their personal power. Here are 4 places where you can lose your personal power. And before I say this personal power, let me tell you what the power I'm referring to. The power I'm referring to is your personal responsibility, your ability to transform your life from one level of life to another. Because there are a lot of people who assign that responsibility of where they are, who they are, to another person. Many people felt that it is the government, their parents, or neighbors, uncles, are responsible for where they are and who they become. When you assign that responsibility, when you disconnect from this responsibility, you lose your personal power. Here are these areas of life that make you unconsciously surrender these responsibilities. Number one place where people lose their personal power is in their thought. Yes, their thought processes. Your thought processes can empower you, or it can also disempower you. Let me say it clearly. Bible say it many times that the way man thinketh, so he is. And that's why Bible said you should guide your thought jealously, because that is where issue of life flows from. And there is a particular thought that you don't even need energy to engage in, negative thoughts. Those ones, they besiege you like a sea. They just besiege you, negative thoughts. They are like weeds. You don't need to be deliberate to think negative thoughts. And that is it. And one thing about your thought, when we encourage you, or when pastors or leaders encourage you to engage in positive thought, most time you think it is for their own personal gain. It is for your own progress, because every success, every preliminary aspect of success starts from your thought. And that's why they say think positive. This is why I love the words of Rodan Byrne when it comes to thought. Rodan Byrne, the author of this book titled The Secret, he said every thought has frequency. When you are thinking, you are sending frequency into the universe, and that frequency will go and attract every condition, every situation, every event that is in the same frequency, and bring them back to you. So if you send positive thought to the universe, you will get positive. If you send negative thought, you get negative. That's why one way to lose your personal power is in your thought processes. The way you think is who you become. And another area, another specific area where people lose their personal power is in their words. And this brings me to many relationship therapists online. Many people call themselves professional counselors and there or there. Your choice of words builds or bring down. You tear apart or you mold. And with a relationship therapist, your words should not bring down. Your words should mold. One of the major reasons why people criticized Donald Trump some times ago when he referred to Africa as shithole countries, it's not because the situation we are experiencing is not close to that. It is because those are not words that should flow out of a leader, because a leader don't say things as they are, they say things as they should be. If you are a relationship therapist, you can lose your power when you are using your mouth to tear things down. How many people currently have lost their relationship through you? This is how you know whether you are building or you are tearing down. Every time you have opportunity to face the camera, you choose the choice of words that tear people down, that make things worse than they appear. When people come to your presence, they leave worse than the way they came. And you call yourself a relationship therapist. You are not. There are choice of words a relationship therapist don't use, because you are a molder, you are a builder. You don't use some choice of words to describe people. My wife has to tell me the things she doesn't like about herself. I say, no, don't use those words. You can't say you don't like anything about yourself. You can better say, there are things I want to improve upon in myself. These are better ways of putting it. You can't say people are dirty, people are this, people, and this is where many of them have already gotten derailed. Let me tell you, No matter how enriched you are by people's comments, there are choice of words that should not come out from you if you are a relationship expert, because you are to make things better. So the choice of words you use can make you lose your personal power. Let me say from the biblical story, the story of the seed and the sower. When the seed sower sowed the seed, some birds came and ate the seed up. The seed sower had a choice. He could have said, okay, let me set trap to catch these birds. By the time I saw this, let me set trap to catch these birds. The thought must have come to him that no, I'm changing my goal. My goal is not to set trap and catch birds. My goal is to plant seed and grow the seed. What does he do? He decided to sow more seed than the birds can eat, so that when the birds came and eat, some still remain. So what am I trying to say here? You don't have to change your goal because of people who don't like what you are doing. How many times people have used some choice of words on the likes of Oyedepo, Baba Deboye? Have you ever seen them go to reply them? It's not necessary. They will they will change your goal. If you're a relationship expert and in the course of you being a relationship expert, things are getting worse than they are, check yourself. Your clients' life are getting worse than they came. Check yourself. How many medical doctors get promoted by recording more number of deaths? Or you see a bank manager who got elevation by the number of banks that got distressed under his watch? No, check yourself. As an expert, you build up, you don't tear down using your words. Your words should build. Your words should not bring down. So when I see people, it becomes very important to say things that before you claim that title relationship expert, your words is to make people better, not to bring people down. People come under your comment section or come to listen to you and their life got messed up. After receiving your counsel, their relationship got damaged, marriage got damaged. No, check yourself. You have an issue here. If you're a relationship expert and your words does not build. Other areas where you can lose your power is in your action. What you do speak louder than what you say. What you do, that's why you're a mirror. What you do is very, very important. And we've come to realize that a whole lot of people don't do what they say. And how are you a leader? How can you, just like our politicians encouraging us to live a modest life, what they are living luxurious lifestyle is antithetical. Initially, if you assume leadership position, as you begin to talk, people begin to watch. Later, people will no longer be hearing what you are saying. What they will not be hearing is what you are doing. And they will begin to do what you do. You begin to lose your power in your actions. If they are negative, if your actions are negative, you will be losing your power. This power, you will lose it without knowing. The last place where people lose their power is in their beliefs. Yes, what you choose to believe. There are belief systems that negative that has already disempowered you. I call it disempowering beliefs. They are there. There are people who have this notion that money is the root of all evil. It's not money that is the root of all evil. By choosing that philosophy alone, you have already created a barrier between you and money. And the truth about life is that what you believe will form what you think about, and what you think about will propel what you feel. How you feel will propel what you act on, and your action, when repeated, becomes your habit, and your habit becomes your destiny. You can't actually change your destiny if you don't change what you believe. So you can lose your power by what you believe. All these things that I've said has a role to play in how you assign the responsibility for where you are to another person. And unfortunately, many celebrities, many politicians, many leaders are losing their powers unknown to them. What they are just holding on to now is positional power. And once they lose that position, they become very empty. And that is why we encourage you to be part of us at Knowledge Center Group, so that you can be the one who builds society. We in Knowledge Center Group, we help people to overcome mediocrity. You can't associate with us and slide into mediocrity. That's not possible. And that is why we have every resources, every opportunity to elevate you from one level of your life to another higher level. If this information is very relevant to you, or you consider it useful, share it, let others have it. Let your friends have it, but let it go viral so that people will not unconsciously assign their personal power to another person. They will not unconsciously assign their life, blaming others, blaming their uncle, blaming their parents for where they are and who they are. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. Bye.